Investigadoras, the study is devoted to the analysis of fake news of German, Spanish, and Russian media landscape. The spread of fake news is a growing concern, raising significant ethical and security issues in virtual communication. Infodemic is a rapid and far-reaching spread of both accurate and inaccurate information about certain issues. The word is a portmanteau information, and epidemic is used as a metaphor to describe how misinformation and disinformation can spread like a virus from person to person and affect people like a disease. This term, originally coined in 2003 by David Rothkopf, rose to prominence in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. We are not just battling the virus, said WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. We are also battling the trolls and conspirators, the spread misinformation and undermine the outbreak response. These approaches integrate psychology, computational linguistics, and machine learning. Researchers has developed classifier for detecting deceptive opinions bound with high accuracy, has combined verbal, physiological, and gestural cues. Additionally, linguistic marker has been explored to distinguish truthful from deceptive language, aid in detecting fraudulent online content. Researcher has developed also in analysis of text and visual content manipulation technologies. Advancement in machine learning has introduced benchmark dataset for detecting false information, support vector machine and transform-based model like BERT for fake news detection. The ERA FAI model integrates multimodal features and attention mechanism to analyze fake news on social media. The study aims to explore the characteristics of fake news dissemination and the information and communication activity of German, Spanish, and Russian-speaking actors in cyberspace during the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as how fake news influenced their perception and communication behavior. The research questions addressed in the study are presented on this slide. The study drawn materials from linguistic corpora and a range of digital sources included social media platforms, video sharing sites, messaging apps, microblogs, blogs, review sites, forums, thematic portals, online and print media, as well as television content, all pertaining to the COVID-19 infodemic in German, Spain, and Russia. The data analyzed were generated in 2022. We used brand analytics as key agent to collect data. In the first stage of the study, content analysis was conducted. The aftermap text analysis tools developed by Casas at Carnegie Mellon University was chosen for this purpose. Semantic neural network analysis of the content was carried out using the multilingual text analysis technology. Thematic structure analysis and summarization allowed the identification of the key topic. Building the semantic network and extracting its core were necessary for defining the key topic and, most importantly, identifying the semantic local point most significant to actor when generated content, as well as identifying explicit evaluation information embedded in the text data. An important phase of the study involved distinguish thematic groups of information topics and semantic cluster within these groups. In the next stage, The compiled content database was divided into two clusters based on the verifiability of the source and the quality of information. These clusters were labeled as official information and user-generated content. The text analysis performed using neural network technology, text analyst, and generative tools, GPT, allowed the identification and analysis of the fake news most widely disseminated and impactful of user perception of reaction and German, Spanish, and Russian-speaking media spaces. Data visualizations and research results were conducted using the Tableau platform. The design of the study conducted using the neural network technology text analyst you can see on this slide. The design of the study conducted using the generative tools ChatGPT is also presented. You can see the semantic network of German language data, topic structure of German speaking data, semantic network of Spanish speaking data, topic structure of Spanish speaking data, semantic network of Russian speaking data, topic structure of Russian speaking data, analysis of the semantic network and thematic structure of the German speaking data allowed the formation of semantic clusters and the identification of key news correlating to the spread of the coronavirus infection. This slide also shows some results from the analysis of the German language data. More results from Spanish language content analysis. Some results of the analysis of Russian language content. It is the same. Fake news, which has emerged as a major societal threat, alongside the growth of social media, has gained further traction with the advancement of generative AI tools. Early research on detecting deception primarily focused on lexical syntaxis pattern, but this method has shown limited effectiveness. The risk posed by fake news stems from its ability to spread more rapidly than genuine news, frequently fueled by artificial and private information campaigns. Main result of the study. Every semantic cluster found in real news had matching network of false information. In the German, Spanish, and Russian dataset, the semantic networks of real news were broader and more interconnected, where fake news exhibited wide dissemination, a finding consistent with prior studies. Fake news spread more rapidly because it exploits highly sensitive topics, employs a more emotionally charged tone, and consequently generates stronger audience engagement and greater impact. Thank you very much for your attention.